Hey guys, Dude's Corner here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve Skewb. Now, some of you may not know how to solve a regular 3x3 or many other Rubik's Cubes, and you know, that's perfectly fine because you actually don't need to know how to solve any other cube in order to solve the Skewb, and you don't even need to know what notation is. And if you do know what if you do know what notation is, that's great. If you don't, it doesn't matter because you don't need to know what it is. Now, one of the things that general people when they first get a Skewb is they have really trouble understanding, like, how does this thing even turn? And honestly, what I would like for you to do is just to scramble it up and just get used to the way it turns. Like, I just sat down for 10 minutes and just kept turning it until I got a general idea of how it turned. Because when you think about it, when you're turning one side, you could be considered just turning this side. And the reason why is because when you're turning this Skewb, you're cutting it dead in the middle, which is causing it to turn whichever side you would like to prefer. So it can get very confusing. So I would like if you could just spend like 10 minutes just practicing, just turning it, just getting used to the idea of how it feels, and then come back and then just go through the tutorial to learn how to solve it. Now, if you just finished your understanding, if you already have an understanding of how this puzzle is going to work, then great. How we're going to do this is there will be only one algorithm you'll need, and it is very simple. So it is going to be turning this side here, so you're just going to face this side, and it's going to be down, down, up, up. So it's starting on the right side down, left side down, right side up, left side up. And then if you just keep performing those same cases over and over again, the cube will resolve itself. So just kind of keep practicing this algorithm just to kind of, you know, get an idea of how this will work, because you will need to know the algorithm pretty well in order to solve this. Now that you know your algorithm, let's go ahead and start the tutorial, because you can't solve an already solved cube, and you guys are here to watch a tutorial and learn how to solve this. So let's go ahead and scramble this up. Okay, I'd say that is pretty good for a scramble. So the first thing we're going to want to do is solve one side. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do white because, you know, everyone who knows my channel knows that I like solving white first. So the first thing we want to do is rotate 4 corners up into here. So the first thing you're going to want to know is how we're going to be solving one side. So these 2 corners can interact with each other, and these 2 can, but these 2 can't. The way the structure of the puzzle is built, so this corner can never get into here. This corner can only get into here or here, no matter how much you try. Now, knowing which ones go where is outside of what we'll be talking about. It's just really understanding if you can't get a specific corner into one of these slots, then it's really meant to go into one of the other ones. And then for the center pieces, these are actually going to be considered as edges except one, and that is going to be our white one. And the reason why it's going to be called our white one is because we're going to be solving white first, and then that's considered as our first center done. The rest will be considered edges just due to the structure of the puzzle. But other than that, yeah, let's just go ahead and solve this. So this piece, we can actually just go ahead and rotate up, and that is by turning this face, just like that. And then we got to find another one. Now there's this one. Now this one does not belong here, so we're just going to go ahead and rotate this down. So now it's down here. And it has red and green, and red and green is supposed to go here because red matches up with this one here. So to put this up there, you're just going to rotate this side until we get it onto this spot here. The reason why white needs to be on this spot, that's when this will go into here. Now, if you were rotating it into here, you would want it to be on this side. So let's go ahead and set it to this side, and then we can just rotate it up. And as you can see, we've solved 2. The next thing we have to do is this one. Now this one is green and orange, and it belongs up here. Now to bring this one up, we can't just rotate it because it won't be correctly twisted. So instead, we're going to rotate it into the correct spot, which is here. Now, this did bump this piece out, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. And then because this is in the right position when we're rotating it up into here, I'm just going to go ahead and bring it up, and then we can bring this piece back into here. So essentially what we're doing is we're moving this one out of the way, then bringing this piece up, and then putting this one back. And the last one is this one. Now it's going up into here. Now we're going to adjust it. That way it needs to be over here for up here. Remember, this side means to the right, this side means to the left. This did bring a piece out, but remember, we're just temporarily taking it out. Then we're going to put this one up into here, and then we're going to bring this one up into here. Now that's probably one of the hardest parts that you'll only need to learn for beginners. The next thing we're going to want to do is to adjust all the corners to be on top. Now for this, there is going to be two cases. You can either have two on top like this, or none on top. If you have two on top, you're going to have one here and one here. And for this one, you're going to hold it like this, okay? And you're going to perform the one algorithm that I showed you, and that is called the sledgehammer. Probably should have mentioned that earlier. So it is down, down, up, up. Now, as you can see, we have the other case because we have no corners on top facing up. And then to solve this case, which if you already had this case and just perform this algorithm, you're going to hold it so that you're facing this side where the corner is here, and the two are out, and you're just going to perform the sledgehammer. So down, down, up, up. And then there you go, all the corners are on top. Now, you probably noticed how I did actually solve my yellow edge when I put the corners all in. And that generally does not happen. So if it didn't happen for you, and say you have one out here, you're going to hold it so that it's in the back. And then you're going to perform sledgehammer. So down, down, up, up. And then you're going to turn toward where yellow was, or still is, I guess. So wherever yellow is, and then face it so that white's still on the bottom. And then you're going to perform sledgehammer again. So down, down, up, up. And as you can see, yellow edge has been solved. And then for the last thing, we're just going to rotate all these edges so that way they're all in the correct spot. Now, we already have one solved. If you don't have one solved, I'll get into that. And if you do have one solved, I'll show you how this is going to work. The piece that you're going to use is you're going to use the one that are opposite colors. So opposite colors is orange and red, or green and blue. We have orange and red here. If you notice here, we don't have orange and red or green and blue. We don't have that here, but we do have it here. So orange, red, or green, blue. And you're going to hold it so that you're facing this side. And then the piece on top needs to be an unsolved piece. See, this is a solved piece. Unsolved is what we're going to want on top. And then to do this, you're going to perform sledgehammer. So down, down, up, up. And you're going to turn toward the back, holding this piece still on top. So like this. And you're going to perform sledgehammer again. So down, down, up, up. And as you can see, that solved the Skewb. Now I'm going to show you what you would do if you have none solved. Now if you have none solved, like I have here, and you'll notice that there are none of the cases how there is green and blue or red and orange, you're just going to hold from any side and making sure that your solved sides are on your right and left. And you're just going to perform the case that we did before. So down, down, up, up. And we're going to turn to the back, still holding this one on top. And then we're going to perform sledgehammer again. So down, down, up, up. And as you can see, that did solve a side. So then from here, we're going to find another one that where we have the blue, green, or red, orange. This one doesn't have it, this one doesn't have it, but this one does. So we're going to solve from this side, and this is our solved piece, so we don't want to have this on top. We want to have an unsolved one on top, which is this one. And then we're going to perform sledgehammer, so down, down, up, up, turn toward the back, still holding this piece on top, and then down, down, up, up. And that solved it. Now, if you have this case here, how this edge is blue-green, and then you got a red-orange, and then a green-blue, and then an orange-red, all cases of which you should be facing, yet all of them have it. If you have this case, then to solve this, you're going to face any of them, making sure that one of the unsolved ones is on top, just like before, and you're going to perform the same case. So, sledgehammer, turn to the back, still holding the same piece on top, sledgehammer, and then from here, you'll notice this side is solved. And so we're just going to find the unique colors again, how blue, green, or red, orange, and that is this one. And this is our unsolved piece, so we're going to hold that on top, and then we're going to perform sledgehammer. Turn to the back, still holding that on top, and then perform sledgehammer. And as you can see, the cube is solved. So that is the last case, and all you will need to know for solving Skewb. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If this tutorial was helpful, please remember to hit that like button down below and hit the subscribe button as well as those bell notifications to be notified when upcoming videos are released. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.